here till the entire graduation ceremony is over. Thank you.
Na
very good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Warm welcome to the ESU Uni Graduation Ceremony 2025. Right at the outset, we'd like to extend a warm welcome to Mr. Mano Sekaram, founder and chairman of 99X Technology Sri Lanka and Asia. In keeping with tradition, we would like to start off with the lighting of the oil lamp. We invite our chief guest, Mr. Mano Sekaram, also Dr. Diane Rajapaksa, Chairman, Group Managing Director, ESOP Group of Companies, Professor Sean Flynn, Dean of the Schools of Business, Law and the Built Environment, London Metropolitan University, Mrs. Subhashini Darbanga, Director of Admissions and Enrollment, Student Recruitment and Business Development, London Metropolitan University, Professor Veranja Karnaratna, Vice Chancellor ESOP Uni, Mr. Amila Bandara, Chief Operating Officer, Group Business Development, Dr. Dilina Hera, Pro Vice Chancellor ESOP Uni Colombo.
Dr. Hazel Masenju, Pro Vice Chancellor ESOP Uni Kandy, Emeritus Professor Anuma Abeyaratna, Dean, Faculty of Business and Law, ESOP Uni, Dr. Tilak Chaminder, Dean, Faculty of Computing, ESOP Uni, Dr. Uday Vijayanankar, Dean, Postgraduate Studies and Research, ESOP Uni, Ms. Kosambika Devendra, Registrar, ESOP Uni, one student representative and one parent representative. Thank you very much to all our dignitaries. You may now take your place on stage.
Ayubowan, Vanakkam, Assalamu Alaikum. A very good afternoon to all of you and a warm welcome to the ESOP Uni Graduation Ceremony 2025. Once again, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Mano Sekaram. Warm welcome to you. Also to the special invitees, including industry partners, collaborators, and all you dignitaries present here today. The Chairman and Group Managing Director, ESOP Group of Companies, the Chief Operating Officer, Group Business Development, also to the Vice Chancellor, Deans, Heads of Departments, academic staff, and to the non-academic staff. And of course, not forgetting you graduates and all your parents and family who have joined you for this momentous occasion. Well, dear graduates, today marks a milestone in your academic journey, for you've worked with commitment, dedication, and hard work to achieve your goals and aspirations. And today is definitely a moment of joy, happiness, and celebration.
For 25 years, ESOFT has been at the heart of Sri Lanka's education journey, opening doors, shaping futures, and building a nation of talent. Today, as we celebrate a proud legacy, we look ahead with a bold new vision. Our new identity, ESU, ESOFT Uni, takes higher education to world-class status. With campuses in Colombo, Kandy, and Jaffna, we are nurturing globally competitive professionals, driven by innovation, inspired by research, and ready to lead the world. With a 40-branch network spread across Sri Lanka, ESOFT continues to empower youth with skills and qualifications that matter. From vocational training to IT, from business to emerging technologies, ESOFT is shaping the workforce that drives national progress. Our global footprint is growing. From Bangkok to Singapore, ESOFT International leads collaborative models in higher education. Through transnational education, we are sharing Sri Lanka's academic excellence with the world. Through Skill Global, based in the UK, we take our homegrown content to the world, delivering micro skills and role-based learning via distance education. ESOFT is breaking barriers and reaching learners beyond borders. From a proud Sri Lankan foundation to a global stage, from classrooms to boardrooms, from skills to innovation, this is not just education, it is transformation. ESOFT is building the future for Sri Lanka and for the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, this institution began its remarkable journey over 25 years ago as ESOFT, a pioneering education provider that soon became a household name for quality higher education and professional training in Sri Lanka. Through dedication, innovation, and unwavering commitment to academic excellence, ESOFT nurtured thousands of students, equipping them with the skills and confidence to excel both locally and globally. Building on this legacy, ESOFT is now transformed into ESU, ESOFT Uni. This transformation is not merely a change in name, but a milestone that elevates the institution into a fully fledged university.
And with this change comes expanded opportunities, a wider range of undergraduate and postgraduate programs, enhanced research avenues, stronger international partnerships, and a student experience that meets the highest global standards. And for us students, this journey means more than just education. It means belonging to a university that carries a legacy of over 2.5 decades, now strengthened with the prestige and credibility of university recognition. Every graduate present here today is a living example of that progress and transformation. And this convocation is not just a celebration of individual success, but also of the journey of ESOFT to ESU, ESOFT Uni, marking 25 plus years of growth, excellence, and impact.
And having said that, we now invite the former Vice Chancellor of Slintech Academy, affiliated to Sri Lanka Institute of Nanotechnology, former Chairman of the Intellectual Property Advisory Commission of Sri Lanka, former Chairman of the Science and Technology Commission of Sri Lanka, and currently serves as the Commissioner of the Sri Lanka Inventors Commission. Graduated from the University of Colombo with a first class in Bachelor of Science Honours degree in Chemistry. He earned his PhD in Synthetic Organic Chemistry from the University of British Columbia, Canada. Was the awardee of several postdoctoral fellowships, and he served as a visiting scientist at many prestigious universities and institutes, including Uppsala University in Sweden, Mahidol University in Thailand, and University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada, and the University of Kansas in the United States of America.
He served as the head of the Department of Chemistry in University of Peradeniya from 2005 to 2008, and he served as a science team leader at Slintech Academy from 2008 to 2014. 2014 until he became its Associate Director of Science and Strategic Relations in 2014. He has an excellent research career in the field of nanotechnology. His high-impact research includes nanotechnology-based solutions to slow release of fertilizer and biologically important compounds, chemistry of endemic plants, taxonomy and search for new lichen species from Sri Lanka, development of a scalable process, production of TiO2 from ilmenite sand, natural polymers as substitutes of asbestos, and drug delivery systems containing nanomaterials and nanocomposites. He has received numerous awards, including Knight of the Order Academic Palms awarded by the Government of France in 2012, Presidential Award for Research, NSF Award for Scientific Excellence, and / Lifetime Achievement Award. He has supervised more than 27 PhD research students and 15 MPhil research students, and has authored more than 185 research articles, books, monographs, and book chapters, and inventor of 17 patents. He is one of the highest cited scientists in Sri Lanka. I would now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor, Emeritus Professor Viranja Karunaratne, to address the gathering.
Very good afternoon to all of you. Dr. Dayan Rajapaksa, Group Managing Director and Chairman of ESOF Group of Companies. Mr. Amila Bandara, who is the Chief Operating Officer, and our colleagues and partners from London Metropolitan University, Professor Flynn and Ms. Durbanga, and the deans who are seated in front of you. And perhaps the most important people, other than the graduates, the teachers who taught those graduates are seated behind that. So, in this day of twin celebrations, which is that you're getting your degree in a few moments and you will come to the podium to receive them. In addition, ESOF Metro Campus has gone on a journey more in the mind than physically to rebrand itself as ESU Uni or ESOF Uni, planning for the next quarter century of a journey that begins today with your graduation. So you're very lucky that you can talk in another 15, 20 years that you were here when ESOF Uni was given birth to. Dear students, I bet many of you thought that this day would never come. But sometimes, there are days like these where all doubts disappear and the sleepless nights that you spent are paid off. Years from now, when your parents and your loved ones look back on this day, they would lovingly tell or say to their friends that this is the day my son and daughter stepped out into society with an undergraduate degree from ESOF and London Metropolitan University to become a real person. Because you had the strength to work for it, fight for it, and reach for it. You obtain an undergraduate degree which you richly deserve. And in this process, today you have understood also that if you believe you can, that's halfway, you are halfway through. Belief is the thing that makes it all happen. With these qualities, you are empowered to seek new opportunities. And also with the confidence that you can contribute. With the knowledge that you are ready, with the conviction that you can overcome challenges and unexpected obstacles. That's the power of the degree that you are going to receive in moments from now. Let's be generous enough to say that it was all made possible in large part by the teachers who taught you. And let's take a moment to appreciate and celebrate their contributions. And I'm sure during your long 17 years of education, you've met teachers who made huge differences in your life. We all have had those teachers. Whether it's here at the university or when you are in high school, those teachers are to be remembered, and when you look back, think of them with gratitude, which is a very important human emotion that we can all appreciate. Now, ESOF Uni celebrates with you today, and there is much to do. Today marks, of course, a new beginning, and I call each of you to action, to go out from here with confidence, with the blessings of all those who are seated at the head table and beyond, and also learn values, our core values as human beings, and our best wishes, and work actively living towards a good and a generous life. Ethical behavior, may I add, is favored by Darwinian evolution. Survival of the fittest requires that you have empathy for your neighbor, and you have going to cooperate with your neighbor, and the human evolution is a story that guides us to believe that empathy and ethics are core values of human beings. So my hope for all of you here today, every single one of you, is that you're going to walk across the stage in a few moments and get your degree. You're going to out tonight or maybe tomorrow night to celebrate, which you richly deserve. And then you're going out to start your career and face your future. Up until now, you had what I refer to as the group immunity. You sat in class with several, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 of your friends. So when the teacher talked to you, the teacher wasn't talking to you specifically per se, the teacher was addressing the class. But today onwards, you're losing that group immunity that you have. Today onwards, the society will judge you for who you are going to be. So the fun times in that sense are over. Now begins the real grind of working and living in a society where you are going to be judged individually. I hope you will keep your eyes on the stars, and your feet on the ground. That's very important. And also, today you will also realize, let me add humorously, the tussle was worth the hassle. The tussle that you're going to have in your cap, it was definitely worth the hassle. And Mark Twain once said, I have never allowed my schooling to interfere with my education. Mark Twain said, I have never allowed my schooling to interfere with my education. And that is that you not only you went to school. ESOF was in many ways a school that you went to. But in addition to that schooling and in addition to passing exams, you had an education. And that education is an all-encompassing, broad concept, whose values you will now take to society when you go to do your jobs, or if you go to do higher studies, masters, PhDs, and so on. So, and if you believe, you may think that by wanting something in life, you can get it. Yes, you need to want something, but more importantly, you get where you want to get if you believe in it. So that's the most important message that I have to give you. And you're off to great places from now onwards, and you will do well and excel, and you will do so well that the others, your bosses, your employees, will find hard to ignore you. Be that person, that your bosses cannot ignore you because you're so good. Merit counts. We live in a society where merit is revered. It's important to have networks. It's important to know who you know, but at the end, what will deliver you are the merits. So, you go out today, celebrate, and then meet your future for sure. And the mountain beyond that is waiting for you. So, get on with the journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor, for sharing your valuable words of advice to all the graduates. And now we move on to another very special moment. This is where we'd like to invite our chief guest to assist you all. He is a tech entrepreneur and investor, best known as the founder and chairman of 99X Technology, an award-winning technology company specializing in high-quality digital product engineering for the European market. Under his leadership, the company expanded internationally, establishing operations in Norway, Brazil, Portugal, and Malaysia. Previously served as chairman of the Sri Lanka Association of Software and Service Companies, SLASCOM, the apex body of the IT BPM sector.
And his influence also extends into Sri Lanka's startup ecosystem through his roles in the Lankan Angel Network and the Lanka Angel Fund, where he is Chairman Emeritus. He currently serves as the boards of leading conglomerates, including the David Beery's Group, Tokyo Cement, and Ceylon Biscuits Limited, as well as on the board of the Sri Lanka Technological Campus, a leading private university. His commitment to nurturing talent and advancing academic excellence is further reflected in his past service as a council and a board member of the University of Jaffna and the University of Colombo School of Computing. I would now like to invite our chief guest, Mr. Manu Sekaran, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Chairman, Vice Chancellor, representatives of London Metropolitan University, academia, parents, and graduates. First of all, it's a great pleasure to stand in front of you on this momentous occasion and deliver a short disclosure. This is a very important day for the graduates. It marks a long journey, a day of relief, and a day of achievement and celebrations. And for the academia, for you, it's one chapter closed, and then you will wait for the next batch to come to repeat the same thing. For the parents, it's a day of pride. It's a joy watching your children take this stage and graduate and step into the world of employment. It's a proud moment for the graduates' parents, teachers alike. Ultimately, you graduates have delivered the results, and this day really belongs to you. Now, I want to address the graduates, passing out graduates. This is the end of a phase, and then you will start the next phase. It will be full of opportunities, challenges, globalization, technology, upheavals, and in a connected revolution. I hope the insight, what I'm going to give you today, stays with you, and hope you can learn something from that and carry in your employment journey. Let's be very honest. Obtaining a degree is only a sign of potential. Today, everyone has a degree. I think Sri Lanka graduates about 100,000, both private and state sector put together. In IT, we are close to about 8,000. So you're one in a crowd, right? And then you're stepping to this world of great opportunity and challenges. So let me give you 3 things I believe you should think about and use these as mantras when you go. First, you have to be different. And for you to be different, you need to be a game changer, right? People employ people who can change the game, right? For disruptors who can challenge the norm. The world does not remember people who follow the rule, right? World do not remember people who follow the rule. World only remembers people who make the rules, who disrupt and make it happen. Look at Uber, give an example, right? Uber, without one single ownership of a vehicle, they're the largest mobility company in the world. The same with Airbnb. Without owning one single hotel, they're the biggest hotel chain. And look at, even close to Sri Lanka, what Sanath Jayasuriya and Kaluwithana did. They changed the game where how we played the shorter game of cricket. So you need to be a game changer, right? And the second, which is the most important part, is you need to be a good communicator. Your ideas can be brilliant, but if you cannot convince and defend your case, right throughout your career, you will have this challenge. It will going to be difficult. The bridge between potential and impact is communication. Right? You have to. Does not matter which language, but you have to communicate your ideas and being able to present it in a meaningful way. Take Jack Ma, the owner of Alibaba. He's not a technologist, or he knows little bit of the code. But the way he articulates the things, what he knows, convince investors, convince massive hundreds of engineers to join him. And then he changes the entire world of how we do e-commerce. Elon Musk is another good example. It's not that he's known for building rockets, but his vision of being in Mars, having completely a different way of thinking when it comes to communication. So these are examples what you have to follow, how great people, great engineers, great leaders are able to communicate very effectively to the masses. Then the next one comes, do you see the big picture? Great engineers, they just don't merely look at tasks, they connect the dots, they anticipate the trends, they imagine the future. Consider a story of stonecutters. We have in our history a lot of stonecutters built great monuments in Sri Lanka. There can be 2 types. One who will do it for money as a wage. The other will see this whole thing as a temple. He sees it from a much more greater elevation. And that's what even Steve Jobs did it. What Steve Jobs is not famous or he's an icon not because he built Apple, but the way he imagined how our world, in a digital world, how we will live, communicate, and work. That becomes a massive, important thing when you want to see the future. And finally, how do we predict the future? Those who understand to live in the future and live in the present and look at the future are the winners, right? Everything what is going to happen or is happening in the world has already happened in some form, whether it is financial crashes, whether it is a fall of empires, or whether it is pandemic, all have this happened before. So one of the reasons for you to predict the future is to really understand history and how trends have happened and what were the implications and how people made opportunities towards this. So we will live in a world of AI and technology. AI won't or robotics won't take your job. The people who will use AI and robotics are the people who will take your jobs. So remember to embrace technology, find the trend, and be in this whole journey that you're constantly educating yourself, and remember the three things what I said. Stand out being a game changer, master communications, and always seeing the bigger picture. I congratulate you once again. I hope you have a fantastic career and to do many things and make a change in the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Manosekharam, for your thought-provoking address. Thank you once again. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite a leading figure in education in IT, founded ESOFT in 2000 and currently serves as the chairman and managing director of ESOFT Group of Companies. In addition to his leadership role, he actively lectures in programs at undergraduate and postgraduate level. His educational journey began at Malireva College, Kurunegala, followed by an MBBS from the University of Colombo. However, his passion for IT and teaching started after he finished the BCS professional examinations, even before entering medical college. He also holds a postgraduate diploma in advanced software engineering from the University of Westminster, UK, an MBA from the London Metropolitan University, UK, and an honorary fellowship from Kingston University.
Currently, he is reading for his Doctor of Business Administration at the University of Colombo, and he has received numerous other accolades, including the Entrepreneur of the Year Award in 2021. And beyond ESOFT, he has been the President of the Computer Society of Sri Lanka in 2015 and 2016. During this time, he also served as the President of the Southeast Asia Regional Computer Confederation, and he currently serves as President of the Sri Lanka Association of Non-State Higher Education Institutes and Chairman of the Federation of Information Technology Industry, Sri Lanka. I would now like to invite Chairman, Group Managing Director, ESOFT Group of Companies, Dr. Dayan Rajapaksa, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for that introduction. Mr. Manosekharam, founder and chairman of 99X Technologies, Sri Lanka and Asia, our chief guest for this session today. Thank you very much, Mano. We have been trying to get you for a couple of convocations due to your busy travel schedules and all that. You couldn't attend, but at last, thanks very much. You made it today. Thank you. Professor Varanja Karunaratne, Vice Chancellor of ESU, Professor Singh from London Metropolitan University, other faculty members, Pro-Vice Chancellors, heads of faculties, academia, parents, students, ladies and gentlemen. Having listened to two great speakers, I was wondering what I have to say. I would like to reinforce what both these speakers before me said, because which is very important. You need to be a game changer if you really want to have a great career. Not just a career, but a great career. You have to be a disruptor. You have to be a person who can challenge the status quo. So I would like to reiterate that you need to do that. For example, I graduated with an MBBS degree from University of Colombo. But I didn't go on just the normal status quo, maintain the same pathway and worked on that. I'm completely, has been a disruptor, right? So my success today is because of that I took that route. I'm not telling everyone to do that thing, but so therefore, there are a lot of real life examples that, people who challenge their status quo go a long way. I'm going to tell you a little bit of things, advice on how to do that. Once Albert Einstein said, education is not just learning of facts, but training of the mind to think. So therefore, training of mind, I know being a medical practitioner, training of mind will never end, right? Some people actually, you train your mind to be very focused. I mean, for example, if you are cramming for exam, you train your mind to be keeping that mind in one topic or on the book rather than letting it running around all over the world. That is also training of mind, right? So to really focus and, be result-oriented and get something accomplished, that is also training of mind, because we know that mind controls the body. I mean, having done all of this, having successful career, some people, towards the latter part of their life, they try to meditate and train their mind to sort of, give up and maybe ready to go to the heaven, right? Or wherever you would like to go, I don't know. But so that is also training of mind. So that's why I want to say that training of mind will never end. So therefore, if you think that I'm educated, I'm the person, I know everything, and that's going to stop your career at some point. So therefore, you need to continue to educate yourself. That doesn't mean that you need to keep on collecting accolades of certificates or qualifications after your name. That's not that. It's just that learning from around, learning from the environment, learning from your society, learning from the workplace, learning from your colleagues, learning from your subordinates, all of that is important. I learned a lot of lessons from many people in and around me. I'm basically, multidisciplinary. If you ask me about anything, in fact, even law, right? You might ask me how I know law, because my wife is a lawyer, and her 3 sisters are lawyers, and my father-in-law is also a lawyer. So for a joke, I say that if I go to their house, by normal sort of dissemination from the strong energy to weaker energy, I get law knowledge, right? So that's how, like simple diffusion, and I get the law knowledge. So I was ready to actually learn from many people. For example, I learned my driving lessons from the driver who worked for us at that time. And I ended up in my driving career being a racer, racing at Katukurunda racetrack also, right? So that's, my father also actually taught me driving lessons. But I'm telling that you can learn from anyone. Just to give you an example. I learned cooking from my housemaid who worked at our house when we were actually schooling. So I'm a very good chef. If you want me to make Western, Eastern, any food, I can do that. Right? So therefore, you're learning. I don't want to quote numerous examples of this, but learning can be from anyone. You should not you should not be ashamed of learning from someone who has better knowledge than you about a particular subject, whether that person is working under you or not. Doesn't matter. Get that knowledge. Right? Get that knowledge. That is important. Most important thing is that you should learn to apply. You must learn to apply. That is again coming back to what I said before, that you must train your mind to think. That is how you learn to apply. Otherwise, you may have vast amount of knowledge, but you will not know how to apply that particular knowledge. For example, I remember this story when we were schooling, we had a physics teacher who was teaching us physics. It was a small group class. The sir used to have a car which is all with rounded corners. So either front line is gone, or the signal light is gone, or the side mirror is gone. So he comes and tells us in the class, Puta, Mama denukota lassana physics danak haduwalu that about acceleration while overtaking. So we laugh at him and say, sir, මේ කාර් වල උනට ෆිසික්ස් වැඩක් නැහැ, common sense තමයි ඕනේ. ඒක තමයි සර්ගේ කාර් එක හැමතැනම රවුම් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? So because physics is the knowledge that you need to, is not the knowledge that you need to apply when you're riding on busy roads like in Sri Lanka. You can't really do that. Right? You have to have very focus on the attention on the road, and you have to make rational decisions. Right? So therefore we may have vast amount of knowledge. If you don't know what to apply, when to use what knowledge at what instance, that means you have not learned how to apply your knowledge. So therefore, train your mind to, apply your knowledge. Once upon a time, actually, I was teaching when this company was started. Myself and Nishan, who was our former CEO, We used to teach almost the entire syllabus of both business and IT curricula. I taught from AI to advanced databases to programming to any subject. I mean, you say any damn thing, right? I used to teach. Then people are asking me, so, come in your mole, how do you keep all of this? I said, I have partitioned my brain into different compartments, and I store each and every AI in one, advanced databases in another one, professional issues in IT in another one, so that I can recall those things when I want. Actually, that is just a lie, right? What I implied from that is that my knowledge is well organized. I know what knowledge to bring out at what situation. So that is we should master. That is the thing that you need to master. You can do all this, right, in a very simple thing, right? Once Steve Jobs said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Quite often, we live lives what other people want. For example, when you're young, you live the life what your parents want, right? For example, I really became a victim in my family to becoming a doctor because my father was a doctor. So he wanted his eldest son to become a doctor, right? So that's what happened. So we live the life which someone else's want you to live, right? I don't know whether you are married or not. For example, when you marry and when you, after marriage, not in the early days of marriage, but definitely after 1 decade after marriage, you have to live the life the way your wife wants. So therefore, free your arms now and go to the world and follow your passions. Live the life that you want to live and see what you are good at. That will take you a long way. That is one of the other way, because if you love something, if you love what you do, you will definitely be a game changer. You will not be just an ordinary person. So I would like to wish all of you to free your arms and follow your passions and be great leaders, which this country needs. We are all waiting until that moment because we are so proud of all of you. So wish you all the very best and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for sharing your words of wisdom and your wealth of experience with all the graduates. We'd now like to invite Professor Viranja Karunaratne, Vice Chancellor, ESOP Uni, to declare the graduation ceremony open.
I declare the graduation of ESOP Uni open.
And we now move on to the moment you've all been waiting for, the conferring of degrees. The Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering top-up, awarded by Professor Viranja Karunaratne, the Vice Chancellor, ESOP Uni, accompanied by the Dean, Faculty of Computing, ESOP Uni, Dr. Tilak Chaminda, and Mr. Dimuthu Tambitage, General Manager, Central Region, ESOP Uni, Kandy. Everybody put your hands together and give our presentation party a round of applause.
We start off with Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering top-up from the Bachelor branch, obtaining a first class. Sayyid Afrit Maulana. Luxana Santakumar. Obtaining second class upper, Abdul Jabbar Muhammad Ahnaf. Muhammad Irfan. Kokulan Ketusan. Kishamilo Ganathan. Rahim Mujib. Manokaran Nidarshan. Salim Safwan. Sajanand Udaya Mohan. Second class lower, Munafir Mashni Ahmed. Taslim Muhammad Nihat. Varakarazan Harshni. Moving on to the Colombo branch, obtaining a first class, Jude Marine Abhishek. Vinit Metsit Bandara. Anil Singh Dele Kamlagit Danil Danushka. Harita Chamara Senarat Dasanaka. Sindikutu Shihan Anushka Fernando. Binat Hityachi. Sanvan Indranger. Nimsha Savingi Jayasena. ASN Jayasingha. Senami Rohansa Jayasingha. Janarthana Kalekumar. Chamro Madhusaka. Vimukti Madhusaka. Chamod Pasandu. Tarindu Sadarawan. PVD DMV Sapramadu. Muhammad Hanifa Shamira. Gajendra Murthy Sriharan. Don Nimesh Pumanta Vijay Vikrama. Vipanagi Tariq Vishwajit. Obtaining second class upper, Danishki Sandarunya Devikrama. NDA Viniti Anushka. Galapatige Dunara Devinder. Hevige Pasan Pahasara Deva Priya. Muhammad Ajwad Muhammad Feroz. Hansimad Marinman Tara Gunatilaka. Fatima Amna Amir Hamza.
Also from the Colombo branch, Muhammad Umar Lahir with a second class upper. Ukwatige Don Ruchika Lakshan.
Asif Ahmed Abdul Latif. Sasvi Tulitma Lienage. Lanka Lidanage Hashara Madhushani. Ginhani Menaka Maya Binna. PK Mohanadisan. Muhammad Imran Arshnawaj. Sebastian Pillay and Lord Newman. Sanil Kamal Shani Parnahirge. Maluvige Chavindagayan Nandasiri Pereira. Krishnaswamy Anas Prasan. Prabhashwari Natmini Gayatri Silva. Ranjit Tarun.
Ilanpirage Amanda Madhushika Veerasinghe. Muhammadu Jifri Zainab. Adhikari Mudyansalage Sanduru Manish Adhikari. Larif Nafriz. Satish Kumar Nidarshan. And from the Colombo branch, also obtaining a second class lower, is Monishka Tilshan Vijayatunga. And moving on to the gold branch, obtaining a first class, Domagoda Liyanagi Ishimi Amarasingha. Nabadava Vitanagi Asita Dhananja. Patabandi Praneet Malshan Dharmendra. These are all the graduates who obtained a first class. Hevage Sitara Dilmini. Chintaka Prabhat Hetyarachi. Manage Numesh Priyamal Jamana. Shalin Nirvan Achintya Kulavardhana. And also obtaining a first class, Pavitra Ranasingha. Yet with the gold branch, obtaining a second class upper is Hikadua Palyagurugi Janita Tikshana Alvis. Kankanamgi John Kaushika Dilmini. And Vadugi Nisheda Srilak Hemachandra. Let's put our hands together and give all of them another round of applause, and thank you very much, our presentation party. We now move on to the conferring of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering, TROPA, awarded by the Pro Vice Chancellor ESOP Uni Kandy, Dr. Hazel Messenger, accompanied by Dr. Udaya Vishayanaka, Dean, Postgraduate Studies and Research, and Mr. Menaka Aluvakta, Assistant General Manager, Gold Branch. Continuing with the gold branch, second class upper, Kirinkoda Gamage Kavindu Indumina. Vithanage Sandun Chintaka Jasurya. Anuradha Ranasingha.
Murad Shaminder Senaviratna. Inishki Virani Nevindri Silva. Sachinka Meanka. Nikmini Rasha Vikramasingha. Danushi Parinda Vijay Sekara. Malshi Rameshika Hevapatirana. Deshani Sadhanika. Obtaining a first class, Gampha branch, Mataranda Patirina. Gayendri Navitya Rajanaka. KK Yosen Widnat. Dasanayakage Anuradha Dhananjali. Obtaining second class upper. All from the Gampha branch. Navitya Vinati Dharmavardhana. LED Tharinduiranga. Sandhini Pumika Hetiarachi. Keshavar Shivantana Paksha. Kavindu Praveen Tenakon. Sumudhu Sampat Tushara. Obtaining second class in lower. Teruni Apadya Nilgal. Nitil Kenra Ratnaka. Malinda Sadruan. Setu Dan Savisena Ratna. Moving on to the Jaffna branch, obtaining a first class. Andike Padan Aksatan. Manu Santhal Manojan. Obtaining a second class upper. Vavichantiran Anujan. Kalai Chandran Anushant. Sinnathurai Pamasan. Hashini Shashikala Bandara. Krishna Raja Kajaruban. Parmesan Kapilraj. Ravi Kirtika.
Yet with the Jaffna branch, Rajendram Kirushantan, second class upper. Kishomiya Mohan. Maleen Mohammed Saman. Nigalia Jayaratnam. Kanagasabe Tarshan, Chandrakumar Tilakshan, Urutira Singham Vikinasai, Jnanasekar Ajantini, Sugunadasan Hashitan, Anandarasa Janushan, Umas Sarma Madhuri, Puirasa Shianujan, Hastini Selvaraja, Anandaraja Sukhintan, also obtaining a second class lower is Vimalanathan Tivia. And moving on to the Kandy branch, obtaining a first class, Muhammad Haris Muhammad Ashif. Also obtaining first class is Nye Tahani Harit. These are all the students who obtained a first class. Daya Patrinagi Nipuni Bhagya Harishchandra. Kaluwarachi Lagi Ruchira Lakmal Kaluwarachi. Rehan Taruka Bandar Kiryala. Muhammad Ashfaq Mushfika. Muhammad Imtiaz Fatima Nusra. Najimul Faik Fatima Nuska. Sivakumara Raja Bhishma Rishi Keshana Raja. Brahman Buddhi Ansalage Sajid Madhubashan Rajakarna Tilakaratna. Dulshad Ratnaka. Naflan Rizvi. Muhammad Jeffrey Fatima Sahara. And also obtaining a first class is Shanaka Dushmanta Kumara Seniviratna. Yet with the Kandy branch, second class Upper Abekon Mudyansilagi Umanda Harshini Indrachapa Abekon. Herat Mudyansilage Asanka Janit Bandara. Dihara Kavindi Dayaratna. Sandunika Nirmani Dhanasekara. Muhammad Nawaz Hamid. Netmini Divyanjali Kumari Hettiarachi. Idris Muhammad Fatima Ilma. And Mihira Bandara Jaratna. Let's put our hands together and give all of them another round of applause. And thank you very much, our presentation party. We now move on to the conferring of the Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering, top-up, awarded by Professor Sean Flynn, Dean of the Schools of Business, Law and the Built Environment, London Metropolitan University, accompanied by Lasita Ranavaka, Head of Academic Affairs and Compliance, Lecturer IT, Kurunagala Branch, and Mr. Damit Patirana, Center Manager, Mathura. Everybody put your hands together, give them a round of applause.
Continuing with the Candy Branch, obtaining second class upper. Hasita Hilshan Kodikara. Minzada Malit Ma Liana Vadage. Rambika Patum Navaratna. Salahuddin Muhammad Sahir. Tarushi Kalani Samrakon. Charit Vitakshana Samratunga. Ihenekidra Chavindu Yasinta Sena Ratna. Muhammad Irshad Shabik. Obtaining second class lower, Muhammad Hidayatullah Muhammad Akif. Pransit Tejika Attanayaka. Jayamuni Uttala Dananjani. Rasin Madhyansalagi Dada Pandari Gunatilaka. SHDS Madhusankar. Salim Deen Muhammad. Muhammad Ramiz Muhammad Rifti. Moving on to the Kurunagala branch, obtaining first class, Asanti Malshani. Muhammad Jalil Ahmad Rinas. Obtaining second class upper, Ali Khan Arus. Tarushi Divyani. Chamud Dilhara. Ashan Nitra Disanaika. Jaimi Kavindra Desingha. Devime Sindhi Bahirat. Asank Madhushan Jayatilaka. Malule Dimanta Maharava. Nimesha Di Rukshi Navaratna. Hasintananajit. Shamuka Semal Prodinilabe. Chamindu Gihan Roknaika. Raufdeen Mohammed Riza. WBMHSK Vijakun. Milana Kanadu Vijasekara. Obtaining second class lower, Nadisha Madhushani Abe Goda. Tarundi Bhumishika Athauda. Pramita Sangit Damanjaya. Nadit Taruka Disanaika. Rajini Ramini Galge. Rukshan Jayavira. Hansakanipun Jivadit. Lakit Sandeepa Kumara. Navodaya Semini Manapuruma. Mahagamage Satyangani Nirasha. Kasin Aroshana Premratna. Raji Imul Haq Muhammad Hussain. Deepu Davi. Lumbini Dulanga Vijayratna. Obtaining a pass, Sandini Himasha Abe Ratna. Indusha Onali and the Vitalna. Muhammad Fairoz Fakir Muhammad. Ranepura Hevage Harsha Indunil. Radivatage Suresh Samira. Obtaining second class upper, Dilshan Subhashana Rajapaksha. Shweta Ishini Nayadi. Naveen Demit Madhulanka Jayaratna. Navindu Prabhashwara. Yasiru Lakshan Ratnayaka. Vimukti Dilshan Gamage. Updating second class lower. Paridya Satsarani Samra Singha. Binit Sasanga Rabige. Moving on to the Nigam branch, obtaining first class, Binit Kolipatananjaya. Dan Srimal Dhananjaya. Kamala Vitaranage, Aluka Sadrawan Fernando. Patage John Delan Fernando. Vibhuda Minsadi. Yanusha Dilakshi Ramdini. Yashuri Shalonia Senanaka. Muhammad Rizmi Aisha Shahani. Obtaining second class upper, Karunamani Tarashi Aluka. Binit Vihanga Devatsara. Shana Bandara Ekanaka. Shana Trevin Fernando. Punam Peramage Ravishka Sanjit Fernando. Maria Madhishika Miral Gomez. Ramdini Kurulage Sani Ishara. Navodavinis Jahira. Mandakini Dumla. Takshina Dulanjali Nagage. Madhumagirla Kodari Nimesha. Chankadana Prabhashana. Pramashini Arunaga Priyadarshini. Javardhana Patiranage Nihara Bahunya. Obtaining second class lower, Vinatya Metmetu Kulatilaka.
Let's put our hands together and give all of them another round of applause, and thank you very much, our presentation party. And now we're moving on to the conferring of the Bachelor of Engineering Honors, Computer Networking and Cloud Security, Bachelor of Science Honors Computing, Bachelor of Science Honors Data Science, and Bachelor of Science Honors Business Computer Systems, awarded by Mrs. Subhashini Darbangal, Director of Admissions and Enrollment, Student Recruitment and Business Development, London Metropolitan University, accompanied by the Chief Operating Officer, Group Business Development, Mr. Abila Bandara, and Ms. Nalini Vasnaika, Center Manager, Head of Academic Affairs. Put your hands together and let's give them a round of applause.
We start off with Bachelor of Engineering Honors in Computer Networking and Cloud Security. From the Colombo branch, obtaining first class, Balasuri Madhyan Salagil Sasari Janit Balasuriya. Johan Danshka. Sahan Darshana. Farooq Mohammed Irshad. Pradeep Nuwan Jaitilaka. Chatru Madhu Shankar. Mohammed Mubarak Murat Musli. Hitiarachge Jamal Nadishan. Kavishu Chamud Nishanta. Basant Pradashana Pereira. Lasit Sairanga Piyasena. Katirishan Kesavan Prasad. Udari Shrestha Pratibani. Nagangam Rahavamis. Madhyalagan Rajit. MSM Shahid. Chamat Alok Velgama. Malindini Sirvijayratna. Kadarachge Damat Yashida. Obtaining second class upper, Muhammad Aslam Atif. Nagur Pichai Ritzi Ahmed. Ambe Pitige Dona Benesha Chadiri Ambe Pitia. Galapatige Kapila Salat de Silva. Baron Passan Disanaka. Abdul Nafir Mohammad Nasid Hasni. Mohammad Salim Khan Mohammad Infaq. Prabhakaran Nitesh Ainkaran. Janaka Samindu Niranjan Jayavira. Tilaksha Ramula Kalubovila.
Yet with the Colombo branch, second class upper, Balasurya Arachige Dona Bhagya Kaushalya. Muhammad Rashan Abdul Rahman. Mistavage Saranga Lakpriya Randanivela. Muhammad Rizlan Rashid. Suranja Tangarasa. Ponnam Peruma Arachige Oshan Tharuka. Sindhu Sanka Abhilasha Gamage. Hafiz Rahman Liaquat. Makil Valagedara Isuru Nilanga. Udita Indrajit Peris. Polvatage Iranga Lakshan Isuru Sanka Peris. Ranavaka Dharmapege Asanka Santakalum Ranavaka. Kodimarakalage Sohan Praneet Rodrigo. Nirmani Vimarshana. And from the Candy branch, obtaining a second class lower, is Jerome Lindsay Allen. Moving on to the BSc Honours in Computing, from the Colombo branch, obtaining a first class, Haduheva Rasinta Dilshan Jayaratna. Diluka Samdeep Madhuranga Jai Singha. Harsha Madhusanka Kumara. Kodikara Karunapperi Kankanamgi Kavisha Sanduni. Yasiru Lakshita Atakorla Dahanayaka obtains a second class upper. Fatima Amania Faisal. Chamindu Kavishka Gunaratna also obtains a second class upper. And moving on to the BSc Honours in Data Science from the Colombo branch, obtaining a first class, Vitanage John Samira Madhushan. Mohammed Tasneem Mohammed Mufti. Velikada Arachige Lasanta Pereira also obtains the first class. And from the Colombo branch obtaining a second class upper is Brandon Leon Bernard. And moving on to the BSc Honours Business Computer Systems from the Colombo branch, obtaining a first class, Hettige John Chamalka Chamudi. Also obtaining a first class is Patirage Kusal Rachita Disanaika. And obtaining a second class upper, K.R. Rukshani. And also obtaining a second class upper is Fatima Rizna Zahir Shah. Let's put our hands together and give all of them yet another round of applause and congratulations to all the graduates. And thank you very much, our presentation party. And now we'd like to invite a personality who is the Dean of two schools at London Metropolitan University, the Guildhall School of Business and Law, and the newly founded School of the Built Environment, and a member of the university's senior leadership team, a professor of enterprise and innovation. He brings more than 25 years of experience in higher education, construction, engineering, and international business.
Throughout his career, he has been passionate about creating opportunities for students to succeed, and at London Med, he has overseen the launch of new programs in engineering, surveying, construction, and real estate designed to prepare graduates for industries that are shaping the future. He has a deep interest in sustainability and how education can address the challenges of our time. I'd like to invite Professor Sean Flynn, Dean, Guildhall School of Business and Law and the School of the Built Environment, London Metropolitan University, to address the gathering.
So good afternoon, everyone. Distinguished guests, dedicated faculty, proud family and friends, and most importantly, the graduates here in front of us. So nobody told me I would be the fourth speaker in this ceremony after three very, very distinguished and very, very good speakers. Also, another thing I learned is if I follow Diane, is not to have a quote from Steve Jobs in my speech, because it might well be the same one. Okay, so I took quite a few things from the speakers earlier. I made some notes. We heard about disruptors, we heard about innovation, we heard about the importance of teachers throughout your life. And I think one thing everyone, certainly on the stage, has in common today is that we are absolute advocates for lifelong learning. So for the graduates here today, this is not the end. This is the beginning. I'd like to share something personal with you all today. This may resonate with some of you in the room. I was the first in my family to go to university. It wasn't easy. It was unfamiliar. Time. It changed my life. I now have 4 daughters. Some people say I'm blessed with 4 daughters. If you've got daughters, you know how difficult that can be at times. 3 of them have completed university and 1 is still making her way through. And watching them on their own journeys has really reminded me just how powerful education really is. It changes not just your life as an individual, it has the power to change whole families and whole communities. So, graduates, I know this. You are beginning something that will ripple outwards for generations to come, across your families, across your communities, across your nation. And what a setting for this particular occasion. Colombo, a city of heritage, a city of ambition. Here, celebrating graduates of ESOFT University and of London Metropolitan University. Well done. You've done it. But as I said, this is only the start. And someone very wise once said to me that wisdom comes from experience. And that experience for you all will involve making mistakes. But the wisdom comes from learning from those mistakes. Embrace the challenges. Ask questions. Don't be afraid of challenging the status quo. So you're here now after months, years of lectures, of assignments, of exams, of deadlines, late night study. But you can genuinely wear those caps and those gowns with pride. And what you have, it's not just a certificate. It's proof of your personal and collective resilience, your growth, and your readiness for what might come next. And who knows, challenges and opportunities will abound. A Greek philosopher, long, long time ago, said, "Only the educated are free." Why? Because education gives us the freedom to think critically, to choose wisely, and to shape our own paths. It gives you independence. And that's what you all carry forward with you today. Now, we recognise that each of you will have travelled a very different road to reach this stage. Some may have balanced work. Some may have been caring for families or other people. And many of you have stepped outside your comfort zone. You've stepped outside familiar environments to pursue the dream you had. And now you stand transformed, not only as graduates, but as individuals, with a broader vision of who you are, and hopefully some inkling, some idea of who you would like to become. Now, your studies have spanned a really wide range of disciplines. Software engineering, computer networking, cloud security, computing, data science, business computer systems. All very high-tech degrees. Probably you want to pursue high-tech careers, but remember, whatever career you choose to follow, a lot of your success will be about the relationships you build with other people. One of the things we really hope at London Met when you study one of our courses is that you appreciate you haven't just earned a qualification. You've developed a global mindset, a professional edge, and the fact you're here today shows you have resilience. Amongst you, you all carry the tools of diplomacy, analysis, and leadership. And you take those into a world that more than ever needs new voices for cooperation and new voices for peace. You have gained the skills to design digital futures and navigate these global markets with agility and with ambition. And you did this, as I said, through ESOFT and London Met. Our ambition is to make education accessible, inclusive, and transformative. Both ourselves and ESOFT are committed to opportunity, to diversity, and most of all, to changing lives. And today, you are living proof of that mission in action. Let's also pause, take a minute to think about the people who made this day possible. Your lecturers, your tutors, your mentors, the administrators and support teams who work tirelessly behind the scenes, and above all, your friends, your families, and your loved ones, whose encouragement and undoubted sacrifice has helped bring you here today. So before I close, I'd like to leave you with four thoughts. Maybe take these forward with you. First, be bold. Take the leap. Apply for that opportunity. Launch that idea. Disrupt the status quo. You are all more ready than you think. Be kind. Kindness is a strength. Lift others as you rise. And trust me, relationships will take you further than any job title. Network, listen, and help. Be ethical. Whatever your field, the world needs not just skilled professionals, but we need ethical practitioners. People who can lead with integrity, who make decisions with fairness, and who balance ambition with responsibility. Responsibility to themselves, to their workplace colleagues, to communities, and to the planet. And finally, be proud. You are graduates of London Metropolitan and ESOFT. You carry with you a story of ambition, of perseverance, and of achievement. Michelle Obama once said, success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. So, class of 2025, this is your moment. Take pride, take joy, take that leap. You're not just ready for the world. We all are convinced you're ready to shape the world. So congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor, for your words of inspiration. And with that, we're moving on to the conferring of special awards, high achievers of the program branch-wise, top performers of the program branch-wise, and the most outstanding performer of the program. We'd like to invite our presentation party, our chief guest, Mr. Manosekharam, founder and chairman of 99X Technology Sri Lanka and Asia, Dr. Diane Rajapaksa, chairman, group managing director, ESOP Group of Companies, Professor Sean Flynn, dean of the Schools of Business, Law and the Built Environment, London Metropolitan University, Professor Viranja Karunaratne, Vice Chancellor ESOFT Uni, and Mr. Amila Bandara, Chief Operating Officer, Group Business Development. Everybody, put your hands together for our presentation party. That's good, yes. That's good. Very good, yeah.
We now move on to the high achiever of the program, branch-wise. Starting off with Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering from the Colombo branch, 2024 February cohort, Martina Marianne Sebastian Fernando, not present today, We now move on to top performer of the program, branch-wise, Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering. From the Batiklab branch, 2024 February cohort, Sayyid Afrat Maulana.
Yet with Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering from the Gold Branch 2024 February cohort. Navdava Vitanage Asita Dhananja.
From the Gampaha Browns 2024 February cohort, KK Wilson Widnat.
And moving on to the Jaffna branch 2024 February cohort, it's Ambikal Pradhan Achudan.
And from the Kandy branch 2024 February cohort, RNT Bushra Bhatnaika.
Moving on to the Kurnagala branch 2024 February cohort. It's Muhammad Jaleel Ahmad Rinaz.
Moving on to the Matara branch 2024 February cohort. Badiwappuge Suresh Samira.
And the Nigambo branch 2024 February cohort. Vikramasinghe Karnatika Mudyasilage Vibhuda Misrandi.
Now move on to Bachelor of Science Honours in Data Science from the Colombo branch 2024 February cohort. Top performer of the program branch-wise goes to Barikana Ratchige Lasanta Pereira.
Everybody put your hands together and give them another round of applause as we now move on to the most outstanding performer of the program overall.
Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering from the Gold Branch 2024 February cohort, the most outstanding performer of the program overall, Charlene Nirwan Achintya Kulavardhana.
In Cloud Security, Colombo Branch 2024 February cohort is the most outstanding performer of the program overall.
Moving on to Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing from the Colombo Branch 2024 February cohort, Harsha Madhusanta Kumara, the most outstanding performer of the program overall.
the BSc Honors Data Science Colombo Branch 2024 February cohort is Ritanagi Don Samira Madusha.
The most outstanding performer of the program, BSc Honors in Business Computer Systems from the Colombo Branch 2024 February cohort, Hectigate Don Chamarka Tamidi.
Let's put our hands together and give all of them another well-deserved round of applause, everybody. Congratulations. I would like the chief guest, Dr. Diane Rajapaksa, Professor Viranja Karnaratna, and Mr. Amila Bandara to please stay back. Professor Viranja also. And this is where we move on to present a token of appreciation to our wonderful chief guest, someone I've known for years, one of my very good friends. Like to see you here as a chief guest. Mr. Manor Sekaram, founder and chairman of 99X Technology Sri Lanka and Asia. Everybody, put your hands together for a round of applause. It was wonderful having you as our chief guest today.
Thank you very much once again to our dignitaries, and I would now like to invite the top performer of the program, Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering branch-wise, from the Gampha branch, KK Yesen, Big Knock, to share a few words of gratitude.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a great privilege to stand here on this special day and deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of all the graduates of ESOFT and London Metropolitan University. Firstly, we express our heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Manor Sekaram, for gracing this ceremony with your presence and sharing inspiring thoughts with us. Your words will continue to guide us through our lives. We also extend our sincere gratitude for our distinguished guests, Professor Viranja Karunaratne, Dr. Diane Rajapaksa, and Mrs. Subhashini Darbanga, for being with us this afternoon. Your presence brings great honor to this celebration. On a personal note, my journey to this stage was filled with challenges and moments where giving up seemed easier. But today proves that obstacles doesn't define us. Our determination does. If my journey stands for anything, it's this. No matter how rough the path is, with resilience and beliefs, we can rise and achieve greatness. On that note, to ESOFT and London Metropolitan University, we are truly grateful for giving us the opportunity, the knowledge, and the platform to reach this milestone. We are proud to be the part of your journey, and the lessons and values we have gained here will stay with us for life. To our lecturers academic staff, and mentors, thank you for your dedication, patience, and guidance. You have shaped us not just as graduates, but as people ready to face the future. To our parents, our families, we owe you our deepest appreciation for your love, sacrifices, and constant encouragement. This success belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. And special thanks goes to the organizing committee and everyone working behind the scene for making this afternoon such a memorable one. Finally, graduation is not the finish line. It's a moment we ignite the fires within us. Every late night, every setback, every lesson has prepared us to rise higher than before. Today, we celebrate, but tomorrow, we create. So congratulations, my fellow graduates, all of you together as a proud voice of ESOFT and London Metropolitan University. We are not just stepping into the future. We are here to create it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And now I would like to invite Professor Viranja Karunaratne, Vice Chancellor, ESOFT Uni, to declare the graduation ceremony closed.
I declare the ESOFT Uni graduation closed.
Thank you very much. And now I'd like to request everyone to please rise to the national anthem. Thank you very much, and I'd like to request you to please remain until the academic procession leaves the hall.